Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yugioh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Bragg from Yugioh.
Hey.
And Ben from NolanTCG.
Hello.
How was our week in Yugioh?
Who are you starting with?
Well,
No, we're starting with you.
Why are we starting with me?
Because you didn't address either of us when you said, how was your week in Yu-Gi-Oh? So, I thought you were just talking in the third person.
Okay, well, it's brief. So I didn't play Tuesday because I was up in Sydney for a work thing. And then today we played the world's ban list. Our store did not allocate prizing, / didn't order it, / didn't think to order it, something or other. Anyway, we didn't have any.
Some stores get 20 envelopes, some stores get 0. You love to see it.
Well, you don't. Due to the fact that we had no prizing, we had a very low turnout. But despite this, I won today, kind of. We sort of all drew the last round, but on tiebreakers and things, I ended up winning anyway.
What were you on?
I was on Unchained Fiendsmith.
Was there any Unchained Fiendsmith in Worlds?
Fuckloads.
Unchained Fiendsmith?
Yep.
Actually?
Yeah, it was everywhere.
I'm going to have to look at a breakdown. Actually, that's something I should look into.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I didn't practice with the deck at all, obviously, because it's like a one-shot kind of format. I wasn't going to like put a whole lot of information effort into it, especially once we got the information that there was going to be no additional prizing for our efforts. So I was kind of learning how it would work without the Necroquip on the fly. Still did fine.
And you have Appaloosa still.
Yeah, but like the only real combo line I've ever practiced is using Unchained to then go into that, and once you start the Unchained stuff, like once you use a Ruha from hand, you're locked to Fiends. So yeah, like Appo's not even in my extra deck because I'm like, I don't want to learn the line. I'm not going to try and learn the line.
The line's pretty simple, Jake. Well, you see you have your Link 2, your Fusion that's now also banned, and your level 6, and you just turn them all into an Appaloosa. And then you do the rest of your shit.
Yeah, no.
No, just...
Yeah. Yeah. And then Master Duel, I am still working on summoning, I think it's 30 or 50 Xyz for the Master Proficiency thing. But I also can't be bothered building a bespoke Xyz deck to expedite this. So I'm just hoping to do that in Hawkest by summoning the Vampire Zombie and Dingisu. Hopefully that 2 per duel, usually, if I draw well enough, should get me there.
I was going to interject with something, but I forgot what it was.
Perfect. Bragg's still searching for stuff. Ben, how was your week?
How was my week in Yu-Gi-Oh?
What'd you play Tuesday?
I played Madolche on Tuesday.
Oh, you did? That's right.
Yeah, it was fine. That's all I can really say. It was fine.
Does off-turn Tiramisu make a difference?
Yeah. It just kind of was worse Tenpai. And then today I played Tenpai, which was worse than Madolche.
Somehow they're not one-upping, one-downing each other.
Yeah, no.
I'm the worst deck. No, I'm the worst deck.
My problem with new Madolche is I tried to learn a certain combo line on the fly. And completely fucked it up. Like, it didn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you just get a free body. You just don't get a free body and the ability to Secret Village lock your opponent.
Interesting.
So, yeah. I was trying to learn that line. It was, yeah, like, the deck still shits out. Like, you can now go first and put out, like, 4 negates or 4 disruptions. On top of it, and also having the Secret Village if you want the Secret Village. But having the Secret Village logs your recursion. So if your opponent can play through all of that, you lose. So there were times when I was like, this Secret Village is probably win more, so I'm just not going to bother. And then today I played Tenpai for the Worlds event. I took out the consistency cards and added the OCG normal summon package. And it was horrendous. I opened 3 normal summons every game, which is pretty bad when you're going second deck and you're opening 1 hand trap or 1 board breaker to stop your opponent. So yeah, I had a miserably bad time. On the plus side, that meant I could come home early, and I built a deck for next week, which is completely different to what I've been playing for the past couple of weeks. We'll see how that goes. I'm now on the journey of finding something that makes me actually want to play, I remembered the thing that I was going to interject with. So, you didn't show up on Tuesday because you went to a work thing.
Yeah.
But you never told anyone you were going to a work thing. So they were all like, the sky is falling. Jake's been saying for weeks that he doesn't enjoy the game anymore. That's it. Like, just he thought this ban list was so shit, Jake's quit the game. And I was like, huh. He didn't mention anything to me about that. So, like, oh, damn.
If any of you had checked Instagram at all, you would have seen that I was in Sydney.
The kids don't use Instagram these days, Jake.
Yeah.
I should have made a TikTok about it.
Yep.
Danced in front of the town hall.
Yep.
You got to use Threads. You got to skippity dip on over onto Threads. I don't fucking know.
No, you don't know what this means. Don't know what this means. I'm out of my element.
You were brave to venture in, but almost immediately like, I'm uncomfortable here.
Yeah. We just got 5 new subscribers.
And they got...
Welcome, Zeus.
You used your Riz.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
Jake's new glasses give him so much riz.
I was just thinking that. Didn't notice until I looked there and went,
My Harry Potter
cute.
specs.
His opening tagline at the start of this episode may have said, The Rizzler.
I feel physically ill. Bragg, please talk about your week.
So, ban list. I didn't at all get to touch on it because I have been asleep. And I actually haven't played proper Yu-Gi-Oh! Since the ban list.
This one or the one before?
I also just remembered, we're on minimal editing tonight, so you're not getting the opening title cards. So, sorry.
No Rizzler for you.
No Rizzler.
How dare you? How dare you? I played Valmonica once. And probably not again with no Beatrice. Or, I mean, you can go pure, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, so scheming a couple things. Haven't really settled on it. Let's see if I get a Trident Dragon from the tins. But we'll get to that. Actually, we won't get to that. Otherwise, we had
I'm not covering that.
Well, we're going to talk about the tins at some point.
Next week.
We had 2 rounds of retro sealed drafts.
Oh, I forgot about that. I did abysmally bad at that too.
Yeah, I mean, I went well because... Do I spoil? Look, it doesn't get used in my games, so I got a good old Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End.
In secret rare. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the errata. Pretty cool. Didn't get to... I drew it once in the Dead Rubber where... and I already had damage on board and I top decked it. I'm like, cool. And then I didn't see it again, ever. I got 3 Chaos Sorcerer, so I went all right in the IOC part. The Pharaoh Servant part was pretty fun, but I don't remember it.
I, for the Pharaoh Servant part, pulled horrendously bad, so opted to just play like 30 traps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just playing like stall.
Yeah, there's a few people went to stall, a few people... I mean, I guess it's the people that didn't get the 1800 attack monsters went to stall.
I was playing Total Time.
Yeah.
So, Gravity Bind, Catapult Total, a bunch of back row. You just summon your monsters and just fire them at your opponent. Meanwhile, you've got like life point gain cards, like gain 500 life every time you draw. Every turn you're going up and you're just pinging your opponent.
And Jordan was on a similar strategy, but with the Cannon Soldier.
He was on a similar strategy for the second round, so when we got to IOC, he was on the D borderline. Fucking stun. Shuffle back the spells. Yeah.
It was fun to say, banish 1 light, 1 dark again. I miss it. But I don't miss it enough. Otherwise, I think that's it. Yeah. Are we going to talk about ban? Are you planning to talk about ban list at all?
I mean, we can do a bit of a
Ben won the guessing thing. He claimed... Like, I mean...
He
was conservative in his picks, though. He only had 12 picks.
I think 12 picks is a lot for a ban list.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Jake had
You go
25.
insane every time. I mean, Jesse beat him with 26, I think.
Jesus.
I just have higher hopes for this game than Ben, I'm sorry.
It's not about hopes, it's about predicting.
Yeah, and I predict that my hopes are high.
We're going to start splitting these up and have like a comprehensive... for more ban list content, which we will inevitably start in a month, where we talk about what we want and what we predict. 2 separates. Maybe.
Scientific breakdown on what the ban list will be.
Coming to you in November.
Flamebush band.
Yeah. The tight turnaround as well was super weird. I don't appreciate that.
What?
Like, if there's any locals on a Monday...
Oh, fuck them. Get that shit effective immediately as quickly as possible.
You reckon?
Yep. As they say in France. They say fuck.
Yeah. Good luck to France. Good luck. Yeah, it just feels weird to go. I think more transparency would be appreciated, and that's what I said on my survey. I look forward to your letter.
It'll arrive with Ben's product.
I can't believe I didn't see it. I should have predicted the Dragon Rulers.
Where are my world sleeves?
That's a good question.
This probably should be a question that I fucking ask locals. Now that we don't get the fucking this round of prize support, God fucking knows if they got sent an email being like, hey, just wanted to confirm that these players are from your locals.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
You know, yeah, I'm not going to say that.
Isn't it fun? Regional stores and things. Anyway, obviously over the weekend you will have been watching, similar to us, the Yu-Gi-Oh! World's Championship coming out of Seattle. So, I'll admittedly, Bragg, you haven't watched a lot of it, but Ben, what are your thoughts on what you've seen?
So much fucking Fiendsmith. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got there.
Like every deck has Fiendsmith in it unless it's Tempire or the lone Ritual Beast player.
Yeah. So yeah, six of the top 8 are running Fansmith. Tempire, Ritual Beast, the other two.
Fiendsmith. I'm kind of happy with ban Lacrima now. They just cut that out of a lot of decks.
Yeah. Like being able to summon back from the banished, making the bestial that you've drawn effectively useless.
Yeah.
That being a common, that had to be a shout for them to...
They probably earmarked it early.
Which?
Like, this is what we're going to get rid of.
Good job. Like, I appreciate that.
I mean, it's not as bad for us in the TCG because of the 2 Fiend promos that we got. Like, we still have options, but for the OCG until, I think it's December, and that's even if they get those 2 cards, which I'm sure they're pushing for.
Well, they have the level 4 tuner they get instead.
Yeah, they've got
And they
plenty.
still have Baron they can make with that.
Oh, yeah, true.
And also, they don't care. They're trying to sell bloody crossbreakers. So,
Yeah, they're trying to sell Ryzen,
yeah.
which is apparently good.
Yeah, Rafflesia can use their card, like, because it has a hole in it.
Yeah.
I didn't think...
What?
Rafflesia uses the holes, Jake.
What are you talking about?
That! Literally that!
Rezil, whatever.
They have a Raziel
They
hole
go
card.
they go in Raff to use their
Own trap card.
Yeah.
So the rank 4 turbo deck uses Rafflesia to use its own engine.
Oh, we're going back to those days again?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. It could be treacherous again.
I mean, this card is better than Treacherous. I hate Treacherous. Oh, except in Frogs in 2010. Kurt, you need to... It's gone. I've forgotten the name of the trap that we were literally just talking about.
Treacherous?
Treacherous. Get a Treacherous, Kurt.
So, yeah, did you have a chance to find any sort of early breakdown indications?
No, the top 8's the only thing they put up. They put up player standings for each round, and that's it. They seemingly don't have a rider there.
After the MD fiasco, they are very much intentionally not revealing content.
Sorry, explain that to me.
So, from all, you know how all the Master Duel lists got leaked?
Yes.
So they're very much intentionally not revealing cards at all. They're not revealing shit.
But how did the Master Duel deck lists get leaked early?
I don't know, but for the TCG, they are hard, not even talking about what's in players' side decks, only talking about cards when they've been played.
So Worlds was played to a different standard than Oceans.
Yeah, Oceans.
We're not having this conversation. This has been addressed.
Yes.
Okay, Ben. What else? So, yeah.
Is Ritual Beast winning?
No,
I don't know if he's in top 4.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think he is. The match that I watched of him, he just got like fucking dumpstered by Nibiru.
And then I saw fucking people on Zodiac complaining, like, this guy shouldn't be at Worlds, he doesn't know how to play around Nibiru, and I was like, okay, hear me out. He's at Worlds and you're not.
Yeah. Maybe he got there with Tenpai.
Yeah. No, he got there with the Ritual Beast because they made a point of being like, he also lost the final of EU to Tempai.
Oh.
Oh, so he was having like mad flashbacks that entire matchup.
Yeah.
Just that. So yeah, I did put up a little bit of a poll in our Discord for anyone that jumped in just to see who was predicting what for our winners. So with a 43% of the vote, we have Snake Eyes. With 29% of the vote, we have Yubel. With 14% in equal standings, we have Stun and Stall, and we have Memento.
Oh, yeah.
Who would have voted for that?
Well, I mean, look, they'd be wrong at this point.
Yeah.
So very wrong. I don't even know if a Memento card hit a table.
I don't think
Appaloosa did. They can make that.
I mean,
not now.
there's very few decks in the top 8 that can't make that.
Yeah. Before we move on from this point, though, I do want to say congratulations to Fox. Very proud. Started the tournament pretty shaky, but pulled it back. Every time they cut to like the overshot, I could see him playing. I was like, "Fucking the opponent better fucking forfeit right now."
Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up going X3, came 11th. Was one of the X3s that missed Top Gun. Disappointing, but it is what it is. Very proud.
Yeah, you'd take that.
Yeah. To the other Australian, I have forgot his name after saying it all day to everyone who could listen.
I've been looking for it. I can't find it.
All day whenever I've been talking to people about Worlds, I've been like, oh, this guy's doing really good. And now that we've gotten sat down, I've forgotten his name. But, yes, congratulations to you
Calloused?
for top 18 words. Yes. Yeah, top 18 worlds. Good job.
Very well done.
Also.
I can't remember what point I was going to bring up now. No, that's
We
gone.
were done with this.
That's fine.
On to the next thing.
Yeah, keen to see what ends up winning.
Spoilers, it's going to have Fiendsmith in it.
Chances are. Actually, before we move on, just with a couple of the prizing and things like that mat.
I haven't seen the map.
Oh,
I've seen the Duel Links map,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is the
yeah.
three fucking...
Duel Links, Master Duel, and
Oh, is that the prize for everything?
don't think
I
so.
don't think it's the price of everything. It's the only what mat I have seen.
Okay.
Master
And it
Duel.
is hideous. It's so gross.
Brag. There's an English language Rustles card as a
There
prize
is.
card. Hint, hint.
Is it Blue Eyes?
Nudge, nudge. It's a Blue Eyes adjacent card. It's
It is this guy.
Oh, that looks
The
sick.
Dragon of Illumination Sanctuary something or other. Kind of looks like a mix between Blue Eyes and Cyber Dragon. No, not Cyber Dragon. The other one.
Jake's stuck on the fact that it looks like Firewall Dragon.
Firewall. That's the one.
Oh, I mean, the wings are very fireable. I see what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Ben.
Okay.
Fucking bitch.
But, I mean, it's also just the part that's being pushed out of frame. Oh my god, Rush Duel cards are so good. Please, 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 please.
I'll give it 6 months and we'll have Rush Duel's product release.
Like, if they don't, I mean, they hopefully will announce something tomorrow.
I really hope, if we do get Rush Duels, I really hope that they do 4 sets combined at a time, and try and
Kind of
push
like what they
product.
did for the English Asia regions.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to see bulk product consolidated and released. I don't want to fuck around with all of this bullshit of getting these half garbage sets for a year and a half.
Just box it up. Use the same speed duel method printing thing of going, okay, yeah, here's three core sets in one.
Yep.
Off you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing concurrent product runs, in the most recent Infinite Forbidden release for Asia English regions, they whacked in magical muskets into it.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I was thinking seeing the Chinese players at Worlds was going, well, they haven't changed the ban list to be completely accurate for them. I'm sure there's cards that...
I really appreciated the triple translations when the Chinese player was getting interviewed, where the Chinese player would get asked a question. He could understand English, so he'd get asked the question in English, say the answer in Chinese, then there was a Chinese to Japanese translator that would translate it to Japanese, and then there was a Japanese to English translator that would then translate it from Japanese back to English.
And
So
I'm
then they
sure
had
absolutely nothing got lost in that translation. No
things
context.
definitely immediately did. I do believe there was a difference in... it was something about his deck being consistent. didn't translate properly, and the translator had to stop and be like, it's more consistent.
Which props the translator.
Yeah.
It's bad enough when you're doing it just like ineffective, like a triangle, like things can get lost there. But when you've added just an extra dimension for seemingly no reason.
Oh, and a camera. Like, and then you
Yes.
add nerves to it as well. Like,
Yeah, terrible idea.
Took until like round 5 for them to realize that the secondary microphone was toned down to like 2, and the main microphone was at like an 8. So they'd be like, interview question. Like when Fox gave his post-match interview, you could barely hear him, so I'd like turn the TV like right up, and then blasted when the guy was asking another question. I was like, fuck, okay. And yeah, like round 5, eventually he went, like the guy's standing there with his own microphone, he goes, and he's got 2 microphones in his face.
Oh, that's why they were doing that. Why would they not just fix the... Like, this shit should have been sorted out long before the day.
There was camera issues constantly as well.
I saw that. They had some issue with, like, the top-down camera,
top-down.
and, like, they did a push-up on a player, and it said, like, round 1 winner, and it wasn't even his turn in the first round. So
They
then
were
they're like,
ignore this,
ignore that camera.
that. It's we're over the shoulder watching this duel.
Yeah, and you could tell it was there was another camera pushing in from the right, and it was seemingly being piloted by an 87-year-old because it was like,
Even $1 million productions have their issues with live broadcast. I won't begrudge them.
At one point,
This seems to be a better attempt.
they seemingly weren't just rolling camera feeds. They were switching them on and off to conserve something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they'd have like, at one point they were doing a post-match interview, and they basically finished asking the question. Then the Japanese person was saying, "We'll be back for top 8." That was then supposed to cut to the English person to say, "We're back for top 8." And when the Japanese person was halfway through talking, they just cut the feed to a no signal, and then went, "Oh shit, we weren't supposed to do that yet." Put it back.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel that.
Goddamn. But moving away from Worlds, we had a couple of product announcements cards announcements over the week. So the first of which is the very last card to be included within the Blue Eyes structure deck. And this is the Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon.
Oh, is that actually in the deck?
Yeah, it's
in the structure deck.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I've mixed it up with the other one. All good. Keep going.
Yeah, rank 8, 2 level 8 dragon monsters. Shocking. If this card is Xyz summoned, negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls. Cannot attack directly unless it has a normal monster.
Just 2 level 8s?
2
Yeah.
level 8 dragon
Dragons.
monsters.
Okay.
Can't attack directly unless it has a vanilla as material. Detach material from this card, target 1 normal monster in your graveyard or banished. Special summon it, and if you do, it gains 1,000 attack. Double checking
so
if
good.
you have dragons.
Just doing a bit of a read here. No, don't worry.
Huh.
Yeah, can't play it in Viking is what he
Oh,
is.
yeah, no. I mean, you get close, though. You're halfway there.
Just add another flame birch.
Yeah. DOS Flame Birch. For negate
then-
everything face up on your opponent's side of the field.
Yeah, and then not be able to attack directly with it.
Yeah.
I'll link it off.
Yeah, just... Then you link into close moon.
So the only complaint I have with this is that it doesn't... Like, they have every other summoning mechanic covered and seemingly have given more support to it. So to add an Xyz right at the end just seems really bizarre to me.
They added a link at the very end.
Yeah, but the link is like to get you further into your other stuff. Like this one seemingly just gets you a vanilla.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it could have been better served as something else.
Nah, give them a rank 8. Go nuts.
What they could
Galaxy
have done,
Eyes in the bin.
what they could have done, similar to what they did with the Infernobles, is made a Link 1 that needed like Azure Eyes or something as material to make it, and then it would have been like a bonkers Link 1 with like 3,500 attack or something like that.
No.
That I feel like would have been cooler. This just...
I am very happy with what they gave. I think you're being a bit overmuch here.
It just seems really random to me. For a deck that's like not really that involved with Xyz in like any of the support that it's given, to just sort of whack it in.
They're all the same level.
Sure.
Next thing.
Next thing is another level 8 dragon. This one is the, I've lost the word for it, V-Jump promo that was hinted at a couple of weeks ago, the one that was going to be good with normal monsters, and it is. So it is Dragalithia Kunzide, level 8 Earth Dragon, 0 attack and defense. If this card is in your hand, send one level 7 or higher normal monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. So I don't think it's quite circular, because I think it's and if you do, so it's like activate and then on res send and summon. I don't think it sends for cost.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it doesn't send for cost. And then banish it from your graveyard and then target a normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense, but you can only use one of those 2 effects per turn.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, it's pretty good.
I really like it.
Yeah.
When are we expecting the TCG announcement? I'm just trying to, I was meant to go back and check when they did the
Of the
Vikings
structure
one.
deck?
Yeah.
That's great. That's a great question. No.
Because I'm trying to figure out when we had the Fire Kings announcement. I should have done the
I
research
think
on it.
genuinely, if we get this product, good job, Konami. I don't think we are. I think this will get packed out and put into something else.
Almost definitely.
Oh, because we are due the retro, like the Animation Chronicle thing in January. Whatever that will be.
Yeah, I feel like this will
So-
get a Pendulum Evolution treatment and it'll all be split into a separate product.
I'm happy to put that in there too. I almost... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Again, I think the V-Jumps, it's not as big a concern as it used to be. They pump them out pretty quickly. Like, if you look back through the last 3 or 4 sets, we're getting them very consistently.
Remember back
It's
when we
just-
used to get V-Jumps? And then we weren't allowed to play them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now then, well, this one's one of the better ones, but most of the time they're not that good. But everyone can have them.
Yeah. Yes.
How fun. So, as far as I can see, we are now moving on to some questions.
If you hit the news.
Yeah, not much news.
Okay.
I suppose afterwards they'll have a few things, because like there's really not that much announced from the Supreme. There's not that much announced from Supreme Darkness yet, so they'll probably start. pumping
Yeah,
news
that's
out
very
soon.
much due as well. I wonder if we'll get that shit tonight.
Oh yeah, true. They could do a stream at some
on a
point.
Sunday night. Then again, Worlds will...
I don't remember them ever announcing jack shit at Worlds, so I don't see us getting anything.
So, following the same timeline, we should have had the Blue Eye Structure deck announced 3 weeks ago.
Side set, yay!
Again,
The May is
Yeah, it's gone. Like, there's
I
no
highly
way.
doubt we're getting it. And if we do, I don't, yeah.
But you can't tell me a Blue Eye Structure deck won't sell...
It will sell. The issue is it will sell more if you put it in packs.
I don't know.
Just like, Infernoble.
If they keep doing it over and over... No. We love being punished. We're gluttons.
It's true. So, if you weren't aware, we do have a Discord. Link will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. First one this week comes to us from Crobat5. Now that Eva is at 1 copy, is it worth making a Drytron deck again to play at local/regionals, or should I keep it in my binder?
If you're going to play against me, build it. I'm still not going to read it.
One of these days, Ben.
Yeah, someone wants to play it.
So when I was reading through the other day, trying to like fuck around and be like, how can I make fucking the one that skips the opponent's main phase?
Amifactor Pain.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, this card is searchable with Drytron, one of them. And I was like, huh, that probably means that I have to play more Drytron cards. No, not doing it. No.
Wow, won't even skip a main phase 1 in order to...
I was trying to mess around with the logic of like, how do you summon this and then send transaction rollback to transaction rollback Thunder of Ruler to skip your opponent's battle phase as well.
Right. At that point, just play Valkyries if you want to skip turns.
Yeah, but this way I get to do the thing that says, you know, I'm not playing Valkyries.
But then you'd be playing Drytron, and you'd have to read them because you'd have to understand how they work.
Or I could cheat.
It's true.
I could just go, Drytron this. I add a ritual spell. Drytron this, I add a monster. 2 of them have ended up on board. I'm going to make the Xyz. Good game, Libs.
You are just kind of explaining how Drytron works at this point. Not even
Yeah, sure.
cheating. I don't think Eva really gets played anymore, right? Because you've not got the levels and things. I don't know. I'm not an expert on Drytron either, so I really can't help you. But personally, I don't think it's the time for Drytron because Bestials are everywhere.
Yeah, when you tribute your Ben 10 and your Ben 10 gets Bestialed. Feels great.
Bad time. And then second question from Crobat5. What non-meta deck have you had that you have had success with at locals or regional event?
It's been a while since I've not played Snake Eyes.
It's been a while since I've had success.
My adventure of not playing my adventure of not playing Snake Eyes has been going fantastically well recently. So, Jesus, when was the last time I won that? I won locals with Rescue Ace before it had any of the good cards.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. Yeah,
One day you'll get back to it.
let's go with that. I was out here playing Rescue Ace before it was cool.
Before they got into the fire
Yeah.
to fight it. What about you, Jake?
The one that comes to mind is when I came second at the Mega Regionals with Metaphys. Because it was like a hard counter to the Trickstar format in that I wanted my hand banished and I didn't need to search anything that turn.
And it was a slow enough game state that if you put a big enough monster so they couldn't just like Horus keep attacking you, it was great.
Yeah. God, I missed that deck.
A Lilybell keep attacking you.
Next question. Yes, from Drew D.
Hey!
He's back at the Discord.
He's in the Discord.
Yes. So I'm glad you guys thought enough of me to worry I was dead.
Well, I knew you weren't because I've been raiding with you.
No, I don't get any. He did get married, which is close to death at times.
Congratulations.
I'd assume she's not watching this podcast.
You'd hope not. He does
Or our
have.
Discord.
So he has a question that only the C4G crew can answer. What is the most dangerous animal you could defeat in 1v1 combat? No weapons, and no animals that have venom or like any of those types of creatures. So snakes, spiders, that
Okay.
kind of dealy.
What was I thinking about fighting the other day?
The question is, could I beat something bigger than a horse?
Well, I definitely can't take down a horse.
No, it'd be stupid to think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Giraffe wouldn't stand a chance. Fuck, they're big.
Could I take down a puma?
No.
What about a warthog?
No.
I'm making a deep reference, by the way.
Got nothing. So mad you'll spit in your helmet. That's the only thing I can go.
Jake could defeat a European swallow. Not an African swallow, though. It's too fast.
North or south?
How would he grip it? Grip it.
By the coconuts.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I don't know. I don't often think about what animals I could defeat in
I was at the zoo
Mortal
last week.
Kombat.
Instead of being here, I could beat the baby gorilla, but all the other gorillas above 4 months old, no chance.
Oh yeah, it's a very finite window.
But that was so small. I'm like, I've never seen a gorilla that small before.
Maybe like
I've seen a few.
I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching here. Maybe a small lion cub.
I could defeat a giraffe.
Could you?
Yeah, break its leg. What's it gonna do? Kick me?
A shark. I was thinking of fighting a shark this week.
On dry land? You've
No,
got this
in Lake Illawarra,
Okay.
where it's like not too deep. I'm like, it can't. There's no way it can have an advantage over you in the lake. Let's go.
You gotta remember that punching into water, you lose a lot of velocity.
So I have
Unless
to
you're
use
thinking like, maybe like a Port Jackson shark.
You gotta stick your hand in its gill.
Yeah. Oh.
Give it a little...
Yeah, no, I will fight
Is
a
it
shark in a
time to
lake.
move on yet?
Yeah, next question.
All right, 6R6 asks, What is your bad/cursed deck?
Well, apparently Tempire, as I learned today.
Branded.
Really?
Yeah.
I never enjoyed Branded.
That's all right.
I bought it, played it like maybe 2 or 3 times, and went, if this is the best deck, I'm not playing it.
Like whenever I play it, it falls over at the points it can and is meant to fall over. Just whenever I try that on someone else, I resent that other people seemingly have better luck with it than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you Ash Brags, Branded Fusion, Brag passes, when you Ash other people's, they still have the extenders.
Yeah.
So much of Branded, though, is like what you can achieve in the end phase. Like, Branded Fusion is obviously a big part of it, but like if you can trigger another 17 things in end phase, it's like nothing ever happened. Branded's fucked.
Oh, maybe I'm scooping before the end phase, and that's my problem.
That is possibly the problem, yeah.
I'm just get mad and quit.
I'd say mine is probably Agents. I haven't had success with that deck for a very long time.
Well, I mean, to expect success after 2011,
It got support.
lots of things got support.
They got a Link monster, just like Aliens.
Poor aliens.
The Alien Link 3 is actually really good.
Yeah.
The problem is it's a Link 3.
Oh no. Have
Alien
you heard
Link-
of Ogdotics?
Alien
about the
Link
A-counts?
1 when?
Well, it searches the card that puts A counters on everything as soon as it's summoned. And then the link makes it so that they can't do anything.
Where am I cloudy in support?
They got that.
I never liked the clouding gimmick. Sorry, Henry.
Fucking, that's a deep cut. IR Cool Guy asks, now that Eva is at 1, will that be enough to convince Jake to play a fairy pile deck again? Couple things. 1, wasn't a pile. 2, absolutely not.
It was
yeah.
a pile.
Of shit.
Yeah.
Of angel shit. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't because you just covered the fact that you have not had success with it.
No. And I
Could be
answered
the
that
time.
almost immediately after he asked it too. 6 again. What would it take for Jake to play a fairy pile? So much money. Actually, no. I'll put an actual figure on this. If we can get
For 700 subscribers.
Oh,
no.
Wait,
The ceiling has to be higher than that.
on the YouTube channel?
1,000
Well,
Yugioh.
Oh, we did?
1,000.
Yay.
and we haven't lost it.
I was going to say, we've been at like 680s for like a
The
good solid
longest
6
time. I know.
months.
No. So
Tell a friend.
I will
Make
put
a
it.
fake account. Make 10.
I will put it at 1,000. If the YouTube channel gets to 1,000 subs, then I will play a fairy pile for at least 4 tournaments.
Yeah, that's
Did you
good.
ever do the deck profile for that deck?
God, no.
You should do the deck profile for that deck and then be like, if you give me 1,000 subs, I'll actually play it.
That feels like the reverse of what you're supposed to do.
Considering the only time the reason we got the subs is because of your deck.
Which deck?
The Unchained one that you did 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Should
Thanks
upload
for watching
more
that.
profiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but my decks are mostly dog shit, so I don't feel that, like, I don't want to be fucking
It doesn't
Kira Twig
matter.
and put out
Suck it up.
garbage.
No, because you've got to go through, to truly watch a deck list, unless if you're watching like a topping one, you've got to go through heaps. So just join the crowd.
Yeah,
Who cares?
get
Just
it.
put it in the ether. God knows we need the engagement.
If Dark Arm Duelist can get subs, so can we by uploading slightly better quality profiles. That was literally the premise of my channel, is I can upload slightly better quality profiles than Dark Arm Duelist. I'm sure I can get to 1,000 subs.
So I feel like this is Ben's motivate. Like, I always thought I was a very spiteful person, but now I've met Ben, and I realise I'm not so bad. I didn't create a 6,000 plus sub channel just to be like, fuck you!
I won't correct him on the sub count. But yes, effectively.
What's the main reason why?
These deck profiles were so fucking shit.
I mean, I'm also in that boat. I'm not going to say who it was. You
Oh,
can guess.
I'm in that boat, but he's very much the
No,
captain.
but I mean, the reason I made the channel was the other channel. Did you even introduce me from Bragio today?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been so long ago. We got 40 minutes till 6. Or 49 minutes.
What's the significance of 6?
Just letting them know.
I mean,
Time's ticking.
there's only 2 questions left.
Oh, I'm going to be late, like way late, so it's fine.
Second last question from Crobat5. Seeing that Konami decided to hit Branded by limiting Branded Fusion to 1, is the pure version of Branded still worth playing in this new format? Yeah!
No.
It has endless recursion. If it's played by someone who knows the many, many lines, it can
just
still...
took a stab at Bragg. There's beef on Cowboy4Game.
Yeah.
No,
You should subscribe for next week.
All I said is that Bragg doesn't know the many, many lines. Like, Branded is fucking convoluted.
Oh, I'm just saying move on. Like, we're already phasing Snake Eyes out. Brandon's long fucking gone.
No,
Get on the next bandwagon.
Branded's in the boat with Dante and Alistair.
Yeah.
They ain't leaving.
It is now, it is
They ain't
in
fucking
Alistair
leaving.
territory.
There's more drama here than Bold and the Beautiful. You should come back next week. for more.
God, I love that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
You seem to be forgetting the part where he has to watch it every day for his work.
Ah,
What's on
there
the
is
background?
that. And then lastly...
Ridge Gang.
Lastly,
Go Ridge. Woo.
what counter card do you want to see next? We have the counter Zeus in Typhon, and in some special letters, we have the new promo for Anti-Nibiru.
Yes.
We were supposed to talk about that. Jake potentially skipped it.
This dog.
Jake didn't want to get banned.
This dog.
I didn't do it on purpose.
He's a coward.
It didn't have a link.
If Jerome's forgotten his tie, we are in a different era.
It's true. We
Jerome
are
watches the
Tyler's
podcast.
Jerome era.
If I ever get asked to do commentary, I'm going to wear a black shirt, yellow tie.
No, you should do it reverse. Yellow suit, black tie.
If I can find it. Done.
Specially made.
Yeah, the black tie. Ooh. Where's it going to go?
I thought you said it was a black tie dress. So yeah, I suppose we can chat about that briefly. So in the news that's come out recently, it doesn't want to pull up the links. Hang on.
So we got a counter Zeus, and then we got a counter Nibiru. The counter Nibiru is called girl's name, because dragons are all female. It attributes your monsters equaling level 11 to summon itself, and then it floodgates your opponent to only then pops the highest tag monster.
Doesn't floodgate you both?
Floodgates you both to 4 summons, and it is 4 summons for the turn, not while this card is face up. So if you Nibiru your opponent, then tribute the Nibiru, your opponent can no longer summon.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of the 3 cards that we got.
Well, you don't need to talk about the other 2.
That one being Thea. I mean, I suppose in answer to the questions, we can just stick to the one. We can maybe stretch out the news for next week. How many other anti-cards would we want to see?
Give us anti-Snake Eyes.
Yeah, that exists. It's called Dimensional Shifter.
Surely these Molchummies, one of them's going to be anti the other Molchummies.
When I got told about the anti-Nib, I thought we were going to get also a Shifter and also a Dark Ruler no more.
I hope so much for an anti-shifter.
It's called
And it
Lancia.
is called Cypher Gear Gamma.
There's a lot of counters. The issue is opening them because most of them are limited on the ban list. I like Shift.
How would you do an effect for Dark Ruler Forever?
Dark Ruler Forever is your opponent. Your card effects cannot be negated.
Yeah.
It's a continuous spell that stays face up. It's like your monster effects cannot be negated.
Poor skill drain.
Yeah.
It would, I suppose, in a similar vein to like how the fight. Oh, hang on, my recording's fallen off. That's not good. Why has it done that?
You tried to launch a video.
No, it's
That's
because
fine.
I was looking for the.
We're wrapping up.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna finish my thought there. Thank you all very much for listening and watching. If you are watching along, feel free to like and subscribe. If you are listening, feel free to favourite, jump to our Discord, ask us some questions, and we'll catch you all next week. Thanks.
Shout out to YouTube comments.